Okay. So why don't we start then for the Scrum for June 28th, 2016 with Vijaya and myself for US and Pacific Rim. Vijaya, you want to go first?
Yeah. In my PR, you recommended some of the suggestions. I updated those things. And you were told rebase the PR. I did it, but it is not showing those changes in Git. Before I told the same thing is happened. Some conflict in our PR branch.
Mm-hmm.
Just now I rebased everything, whatever the process we followed on Thursday.
Yeah.
Then I push into the GitHub, no updates, everything up to date. It is showing, and conflict is not resolved in the Git side. In the development side, everything I resolved.
Hmm.
And I work on another ticket, I think 325, fixing the table headers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I already finished. I pushed into the GitHub, but that ticket and this has some uh, agency person homepage and job seeker. We already finished in this PR.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I did not update those two files in the table headers. Once this PR push into the development and I rebase it, I can fix that one.
Okay.
That is no blockers.
All
Only
right.
rebase thing.
What was that?
Only rebase.
Only rebase, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to look at that rebase problem?
Yeah, I'm starting my server. It crashed just now. It's ready. We can look at it.
Oh.
It is ready.
Okay. Yep.
Hey guys,
Hi, Claudio. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? How's the weekend?
Good.
Very good, thank you. We've started the Scrum already, which I just gave her update, and I'll go ahead and now, and then Claudia, maybe you can follow. So,
Sure.
what have I been doing? Well, lately I'm working on a PR having to do with a job seeker view, the view of the job seeker for agency people and for company people. It'll be a different view for those two types of people, as well as different than the job seeker's view of themselves, right? So, and it's rather complicated because it also has to do with showing jobs that the job seeker has applied to. So I have to put a lot of links and some views to go from a job to the listings on a job to clicking on a job seeker when I look at the listing of the applications for that job, etc. So I have to tie all that together to make this whole thing work. It really is just, again, trying to put together various screens that haven't been tied together into a workflow. And still working on that. Maybe I can put a PR together tomorrow, depending upon how fast I can finish it up. And that's it for me. No blockers. Claudia, how about yourself?
Well, I was trying to set up the project and I got a blocker. And yeah, I had trouble trying to see the database. I keep on getting this error. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's like I'm not sure if it's like SQLite cannot. It's like a connection or a port error. It's like it cannot connect, but it's kind of it sits the database partially, and then I tried to debug that out and realized that let me see the code. When it starts sitting jobs, I get a validation error. I'm not sure why, but it's like it's not getting completed, and I haven't been able to set up the whole project to start working on the story.
Yeah, I think I know what's going on there. We can look at that. So did anybody tell you about setting up the application.yaml file as well? About
Uh,
that today, and I figured nobody told you about that.
yeah, I think they did it.
Okay, well, you're gonna need that. Let me find that and just post it to Slack
Perfect.
directly, the contents of that. Let's see, that is config application.yaml. This will help. And move it to Slack. So I just posted to Slack directly to you, Claudio.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, it was an error kind of related to the cruncher. So,
Yep, that's what I figured. So you should create this application.yaml file in your config directory, and then
perfect.
just paste these contents in there. That sets up, well, it sets up your email server. You see, we're just using Gmail right now. Sets up the pusher stuff, which is the way we do the WebSocket pop-ups, things like that.
Perfect.
And Cruncher is the thing that talks to the Java-based backend for us, and we talk to the Cruncher when we create a job. When we create a job seeker, or job seeker uploads a resume, we send the resume to the backend, etc.
Perfect.
So when we're seeding the database and we're creating a job, it's actually trying to update the backend as well with the job information. That's what's
Okay.
breaking for you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll try that out.
Okay.
I hope it works this time.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Also, just so you know, I saw that you were asking about creating a new project as well. Our client, Chet, has another little system he'd like us to build for him, and maybe it's some. I've been holding off on talking about it with him because I want to get the MVP for the current project.
Uh-huh.
But what it is, he's a charity, as you know, and he gets donations from people with products or services, and like somebody will give him I don't know, a refrigerator or something. He can give that refrigerator away to somebody. So he wants to have a little application that he can keep track of an inventory of donations that have been given to him, of services or products or goods or things like that. And
Okay.
then when he actually distributes or gives away the good or the service or whatever, he wants to keep track of who it went to, and just basic stuff like that. It's a real basic. Sounds like a real fairly basic inventory management system.
Hmm.
What goes in, what goes out, and the status and all that. It's probably got some more nuances than I don't really know at this point. We didn't really talk about it with him too much. But anyway, to me, it's one of those things we can start on it as we get toward the MVP for this one. Or if you wanted to take it on as a separate project, it's up to you, but just mention that.
Yeah, no, I was actually asking like for new projects because I was kind of spreading a little bit the word about AV.
Uh-huh.
So because I have friends in many communities here in Chile, and I don't know if that many, but anyways, uh, so yeah, but I found out that uh, most of my friends, it's like they they like more Node.js or other kind of technologies. So I was actually asking about new projects, kind of to start like using different stacks, you know,
Oh, yeah, got it.
to just just because of that reason. But
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the AV approach, as you know, it's heavy on Ruby on Rails because they get so many people coming in for the MOOCs, of course. But also, I think the philosophy is you work with the client, figure out what they need, and then you pick the stack to meet the need. Of course, most of the time the stack chosen is JavaScript and Ruby on Rails, relational database underneath, because those are the tools people know best. But yeah, okay, well, good enough.
cool.
Um, so Vijaya wants me to look at a merge problem she's having. I don't know if you want to hang out for that, Claudio, or not. But
Sure. Yeah.
oh, okay. Vijaya, do you want to show us what's happening?
Yeah.
By the way, Hugh got caught up at work today, Claudia, so he couldn't make the Scrum today.
Mm.
But
Okay.
in development, I am up to date. Just I did this afternoon Git pull upstream development.
Okay.
It is showing already up to date.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I did the rebase in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is showing already, there is already rebase apply this directory. Whatever we did before, the same thing is. I had to remove this one and again do the rebase.
Okay, and that rebase takes quite a while, is that right?
Yeah,
It does, huh?
yeah.
Hmm.
If not, tomorrow morning I'll come and we'll do it.
Okay, so you'll just remove that rebase file and rebase again? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I just did 11:30 at 12 o'clock that time.
Okay, well I know that rebase, if it's like the last one, it'll take about what, 15
Okay.
minutes to go through all of that,
Mm-hmm.
which we probably don't want to do now. Then maybe we can connect up tomorrow. I think I'll be available early afternoon my time for a little bit, which would
Okay.
be
You send me your availability through the Slack channel, then I will connect. I'll check the messages
okay.
tomorrow morning.
And you're available what, late morning your time or mid to late
Yeah,
morning typically?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, why don't you try to rebase again and
Yeah, we
see
had to
see if the
see.
merge conflict goes away.
Yeah,
The other would just not rebase, just get pull.
okay.
Um,
And git merge.
yeah, excuse me, get merge, right, from
Yeah,
directly from upstream. But I would do rebase first myself, see
okay,
if that, and then push it up, see if it makes it go away.
okay,
We'll fix it.
okay.
You're almost there. It's frustrating. The code's ready to go. We just gotta
Yeah,
get
it is
get.
taking a lot of time. I did 2 or 3 rebases for last week.
Yeah, I want to figure out what's going on there. So we'll look at
Yeah,
it. We'll look at it then.
okay,
Yep.
thank you.
All right, no problem. Okay, well that's pretty much what I've got as well. I'll continue to work on the PR that I mentioned. Excuse me, the story that I mentioned, and I hope to get a
Okay.
PR together by tomorrow. And then there's a couple of stories that I'd like to pull off at least one before our client meeting on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
One story has to do with the job life cycle. What are the states that a job goes through, and who can adjust? What happens to change the state of a job,
Okay.
and a job seeker as well. You know, right now
Yeah.
we have a job seeker. They never go away. There's really no states defined other than their status. Like
Yeah.
they're employed, they're not employed, they're looking, that kind of thing. But it's not really life cycle states. So we got to think those through and get the client to say, yeah, that's how I want to manage jobs and job seekers. So we need to think of those two stories are just kind of writing thoughts down. They're not implementation. But anyway, just thinking out loud here. All right, anybody else have anything? All right, good enough.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thanks everybody. Have a good evening. Yep,
You
bye
too.
now.
Bye.
Likewise. Bye bye.
See you. Bye now.